Hi friends, we are going into a new class today and in this class we are going to study a purely inductive circuit and we will be studying how is the AC current flow in a purely inductive circuit. So I would like to make you remind what all things we have to analyze. In a purely inductive circuit also we have to find what is the voltage across that inductor and what is the current through the inductor, and analyzing that equation we can identify what is the phase value, phase difference, and using that we can analyze the whole circuit. So there is an inductor which is connected directly to a sinusoidal voltage waveform Vm sin omega t. So the voltage across the inductor and the current through the inductor has to be noted. Okay, the current should be represented in a instantaneous value. So the voltage is Vm sin omega t, and we have to analyze what is the current through the inductor. Okay, so let us go through. So for the EMF induced in a voltage, we have studied that VL is equal to L di by dt. Okay, EMF induced is equal to L di by dt. Now, what is the equation for the voltage? First, let us find out what is the voltage across the inductor. So the voltage across the inductor will be same as the supply voltage. Why? Because only one element is there, the inductor only is there. So the voltage across the inductor will be same as the supply voltage, that is Vm sin omega t. So here is the equation, VL is equal to voltage is equal to Vm sin omega t. Now next we have to find what is the current through the inductor. So for that only we are using this expression, that is VL is equal to L di by dt. So the inductor voltage VL is equal to Vm sin omega t is equal to L di by dt. From this we are going to find out what is the current I. Okay, so let us go through. Using that equation, L di by dt is equal to Vm sin omega t. We are going to take I alone. Okay, so di is equal to Vm sin omega t divided by L into one more factor is here, that is dt. I forgot to mention it. So di is equal to Vm sin omega t divided by L dt. Now what we have to do? We have to find out IL. So what we have to do? We have to integrate it. So integral Vm sin omega t divided by L dt. Okay. Now integrating this one, by integrating you will be obtaining as IL is equal to Vm by L is a constant, integral sin omega t dt. So while taking the integral you will be getting as Vm by L sin omega t dt we are taking, so minus cos omega t divided by omega. Okay. Now this omega is also constant, so you can take it outside. This omega is actually 2 pi f. Okay, omega is actually 2 pi f. Now Vm by L omega into minus cos omega t. Now can we write this minus cos omega t as sin omega t minus pi by 2? You try to write it the sin cos omega t in terms of sin omega t. So you will be obtaining this relation Vm by L omega into sin omega t minus pi by 2. From this Vm by L omega is a constant. I am going to represent it as Im, and the remaining terms are same. Now we got this current equation for the inductor. So for a inductor the current will be, if the voltage is Vm sin omega t, then the current will be Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. Okay, where Im is equal to Vm by L omega. So here you can see this becomes the impedance for the circuit. L omega becomes the impedance for this current. Okay, and this impedance we will be calling it as, here it is represented, it is called as inductive reactance. The impedance L omega is represented, or it is called as the inductive reactance, and it is represented by the letter XL. So while writing the Ohm's law for a purely inductive circuit, we can write as Im is equal to Vm by L omega, where L omega is the inductive reactance represented by XL. So XL is equal to L omega is equal to omega. Instead of omega we can write as 2 pi f. So 2 pi f into L. Now let us analyze what will be the voltage and the current waveforms, just as in the case of a pure resistive circuit. So here you can see the voltage and the current waveform. The voltage equation is Vm sin omega t, and the current equation we obtained as Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. So how will we represent it in the waveform? Here you can see the voltage waveform, it is having no phase value. So phi value of the voltage is equal to 0. So it has to start from the 0 position. So voltage is starting from its 0 position. But what about the current? Current, you can see that it is lagging the voltage by an angle pi by 2. So it comes after the voltage. Okay, its 0 position is reaching only after the voltage gets its 0 position. So you can represent the waveform like this after pi by 2 degrees. Okay, and the phase difference between them is phi is equal to minus of pi by 2. Now let us go through the voltage and the current waveforms and their phases. So the voltage and current waveforms we already studied. Now how can we represent it in the phasor diagram? So voltage, as it is having it's starting from its 0 position, its phase value is 0. So we can represent the phasor on the 0 axis. So this is the voltage phasor. Now what about the current phasor? Current phasor, you can see that it is lagging behind voltage by pi by 2. So it is having a lagging by pi by 2, and it is represented like this. So this is the current waveform. Now let us go through the, it is written here. You can see that in a pure resistive circuit, current is out of phase with the voltage, and current lags the voltage by pi by 2 radians. Now let us go through an animation video of how it is working, the phasor diagram. Here you can see that the voltage and current phasors, they are this is the voltage phasor and this one is the current phasor. See, both of them are rotating in a counterclockwise direction. The voltage is like this and the current is going back, lagging. Okay, I'm just reducing the frequency so that it becomes some more clear. It is becoming very slow. Here you can see the waveforms and the phasors. When the the waveforms are being created, along with that the phasors are also rotating. So this is how we can represent the animation video. Let's move on. Purely inductive circuit. So purely inductive circuit, we are going to analyze what is a power. So before analyzing the average power, first we have to find out what is the instantaneous power. So power means it will be product of voltage and current. We already have the instantaneous voltage and instantaneous current of the inductor. Instantaneous voltage is Vm sin omega t, and instantaneous current through the inductor is Im sin omega t minus pi by 2, means 90 degree. So instantaneous power equation, small letter p is equal to Vm sin omega t into minus of Im cos omega t. Why? Because instead of sin of omega t minus pi by 2, we can write as minus cos omega t. Okay, as the reverse process. Just we did. Okay, so then equation becomes like this, and power equation becomes minus 2 sin omega t into cos omega t. Instead of that, I am multiplying and dividing with 2. So you'll be obtaining the equation like this. Now, is this clear for you? This will be sin 2 omega t. Sin 2 omega t divided by 2 is remaining there. Now, this is the equation for the instantaneous power. This we are going to use for integrating and finding the average power. Okay, average power. This is average power. Average power is equal to integral 0 to 2 pi minus Vm Im by 2. This is the instantaneous power equation. Okay, so integral 0 to 2 pi. Again, we are taking 0 to 2 pi. Instantaneous value d omega t divided by 2 pi. Okay, before going into that, let's go through that waveform. Here you can see the yellow line shows the voltage waveform, and current is actually, the red waveform is lagging the voltage by 90 degree. Now when multiplying each of these quantities, you can see just till here, if you are multiplying, voltage is having a positive value and current is having a negative value. A positive value into negative value, you will be getting a negative value. So the power equation, power means the voltage into current, isn't it? Voltage into current is the power equation. So while analyzing till here, you can see that the power value, voltage into current, voltage is positive value, whereas the current is having a negative value. So when multiplying both, you will be getting a negative value. And when you go through that values, you will be obtaining a curve like this. So the power curve is shown by the black curve. Okay, you just analyze these points also. In between here, you can see that both values are positive. Voltage and current both are positive. So the power is also a positive value. Similarly, you can analyze all the waveform and you will be obtaining the power waveform like the black waveform. Okay, now we are going to find what is the average power. We are taking till 2 pi, 0 till 2 pi. What will be the average power? Average power is equal to integral 0 to 2 pi p into d omega t divided by 2 pi. Now just integrating this one, sin 2 omega t, we have to integrate and you will be getting this answer like this. Now applying the limits, your answer will be like this. Now after cancelling out everything, you will be obtaining the answer like this. Okay, so the average power for a purely inductive circuit is equal to 0. This comes as a university question for most of the question papers. It is a repeated question. Prove that the average power of a pure inductive circuit or purely capacitive circuit is 0. Both cases are same. So the average power is equal to 0. Now what about the power factor? Power factor means the cosine of the angle between the voltage and the current. Okay, it is actually a measure of how much power is being utilized. So that we will be studying later. So power factor is equal to cos phi cos of minus pi by 2. Why? Because the phase difference is minus pi by 2. Answer is 0. So here you can see the power in an inductive circuit is always 0 and the power factor will be always 0. Both the power and the power factor both are 0 in the case of a purely inductive circuit. Okay, so next one is a summarization of what we studied. Inductor. Okay, inductor. What is the impedance? I forgot to mention XL here. It is actually XL. The impedance of the circuit, the opposition is XL or L omega. Okay, X suffix L. Then what about the current? Current lags the voltage by an angle 90 degree. Here blue color shows the voltage and red color shows the current waveform. And the angle is phi is minus pi by 2. The cos phi value, that is the power factor, is 0 and the power value will be also 0. So that's all for purely inductive circuit. Hope you understood. Thank you very much for listening.